Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the third video in this series where we are exploring the very basics of deck building in KARDS. Namely, how you can improve your starter decks right from the start by adding an ally nation to them, which opens up a lot of possibilities in streamlining the decks a little bit, removing some less useful cards from them, and adding some powerful cards from the ally. If you have not watched the first video in this series, I highly recommend doing so first before you continue further with this one. Like I stated in the earlier video, I have a brand new account. I have only opened like 4 packs, which I got for registering my email and just joining the game, so I haven't bought anything. So I have very little in terms of additional cards, but the main idea is to strengthen the starter decks by splashing in a second nation by adding an ally. So we started out last time with the Soviets, and we added Britain to them as an ally. I'm thinking to keep things simple, and also because it's quite practical, to reverse the roles this time around. So we are going to be taking a look at the Britain starter deck. And as before, we will have to recreate it card by card and add the ally. And with my magical powers, I have created this Britain improved deck, which is an exact copy of the British starters, except like before, I have added an ally nation, and now we have switched roles, so Soviet Union is the ally. So the British don't have a lot when it comes to removal cards, and there the Soviets will definitely help us a lot. But Britain has drawing power, and this is something we helped the Soviets out with. We have some pretty good defensive units here for the early game. We have a set of really good aircraft. Hurricanes are great. And then we have the almighty Spitfire, the backbone of the Royal Air Force. And the Churchills are really good heavy defenders, so we're pretty well set here. What is mainly missing is the removal cards and maybe a little bit more attack power. So what will we start by wanting to add? From the Soviets, it is definitely these couple of bloody sickle removal cards, and from the people, we want to add all 4 of these. So then we need to start thinking about what to remove. In this case, that is pretty easy. Here we have a barrage, which is a pretty situational card. You're not sure to be facing a lot of aircraft, and it forces, I'd rather have just versatile pure damage than this. So I'll remove all of those. Yes, let's do that. And add the arguably best removal cards in the game to my deck. Secondly, the Soviet starter deck has these shiny T-34 medium tanks, which are really heavy hitters and good with the blitz ability, which means they are quite useful for finishing off your opponent, especially since we don't have that many really powerful big damage dealing units in the British deck, aside from the Spitfires. So we will have to remove something instead, and my choice here will be fortification. I would rather go out with the blast, attacking my enemy with these tanks, rather than losing the game but having a really buffed up HQ. So we are well on the way to improve this deck. One thing I would like to end with is getting all those convoy cards into my deck, so I have consistent drawing power. As before, I am going to sacrifice a little bit the defensive power in this deck by skipping this cup of tea and remove another fortification. This is of course all a matter of taste and style, play style you want to go with, but this is more my cup of tea. So there you have that. The British starter deck has been quite greatly improved. It has more in the terms of removal cards, it has better drawing power, and like the Soviet starter that we played around with, it also has some more offensive cards to finish off your opponent with, which is generally a bit of a weakness in these starter decks. Of course, when you keep on playing and you start grinding those daily missions and achievements, you might even go to the shop, which I of course highly recommend, and you get some more cards into the mix. That is where the real magic starts to happen, and you will be able to start creating properly focused decks, and you will start thinking about many other concepts than just these really base concepts I've been talking about here, but that's for later. That's it for now. Until next time, when I'm thinking about doing the interesting Japanese starter deck, play a bit around with that. See you guys.